Oftentimes people hear the word soul, and it's a bit of a fuzzy word in that we have no idea often what it means. What do you mean by soul? Some people, think of it as just some ghost. But let me offer a particular kind of description. When you see a seed, like an acorn seed, inside of that seed, there is a certain blueprint of a mature oak tree. Within that seed, if that seed is allowed to grow, it will grow into a particular kind of oak tree with certain dimensions. Its limbs will move in will have certain shapes and forms. Its leaves will be, certain textures, etc. But in that seed, the oak tree is there. That's what the soul is like. Our bodies, our personalities are like the seed compared to what our personalities will unfold into. So we have a certain soul which has a level of lightness and darkness, a degree of good and evil. And different souls are on different levels. But our personalities, what the personalities we develop in life, our characters, our actions or choices, they vary based upon our environment and the environment in which we are in. Just like the seed of an oak tree will develop differently, that oak tree will develop differently based upon the environment it's facing. If it has a lot of drought, it will be a little more stunted. If it has a lot of water, it may grow strong and so on. So in our environments, what we face affects how we grow, but what we ultimately are is our souls. So as when the oak tree grows into the oak, it's becoming itself. What it is in perfection is actually guiding its development, and it develops slightly differently based upon its environment, but it's still going to a certain development. In the same way, if our souls is of a certain level of darkness, we will all the circumstances that happen to us in life, we will kind of be a little slightly different within those circumstances, but we will end up being what our souls are. So you may have an individual with a dark soul born into a wonderful family, and you would think that this person should grow up to be a wonderful, caring, loving person in society, but they turn out to be a serial killer. Why? Because regardless of what the environmental factors are, it may make them a little nice person for temporary, but they will eventually become what their souls are. Same way, you may have a good soul born into a terrible, abusive family, but eventually they will become a loving, caring person, contributor to society. Why? Because regardless of what kind of environment you face, you become what your soul is. But this is not to say that souls cannot influence souls. So you may be spiritually influenced by other people for the good or for the bad, depending on if your soul is moving towards the light or towards the dark. But this is just an example. Hopefully it's a little bit more understandable now what soul is. But a soul is not something that you can see immediately in the personality. It's just a larger influence on that personality that leads it in general direction of light or darkness, spiritual light or darkness. So that's the best way I can describe it.